Video number 2 of the original Zelda game. Game that sold like 7 million copies at the time, which isn't much by today's standards. But for the 80s, that was quite the achievement for a video game to sell that much. Anyways, we now go to level 6. And while in this game, one of the things I like about it is you don't have to go through the dungeons in any set order necessarily. For the purpose of this playthrough though, I am going to go through them in chronological order. But, of course, I still, like I pointed out in the title of the first video, and how I mentioned several times in that, what was going to be just a review ends up being a full playthrough. That's just how much I like this game. I start playing it, yeah. Only one? Oh, come on, game. You gotta do better than that. Ooh, oh, that wasn't the way I had planned on that. Okay, that's better. Quick way of making a little extra rupees. Alright. That's good enough for now. Enough to buy one more blue potion. And again, like I said in the last part, this very conveniently placed potion shop here. Well, if I actually get in there. Funny how 2 blue potions make a red one. Oh well. Too bad you can't stack red potions and have like 3 or 4 uses of it, but no. 2 is the most you can have at a time. Get out of my way. Level 6. In the introduction to Wizrobes. These Zols and Gels, which, while they look like more modern day Choo-Choos, technically the enemy with that name didn't appear until Majora's Mask. These larger ones are Zols, and if you hit them with the level 1 sword you start the game with, they split into 2 smaller ones. And again, kill all the enemies to open the door forward. In this room, the enemy combo here is kind of sadistic. You have the bubbles, which momentarily disable your sword use, in the same room as likes, who can grab you and steal your upgraded shield if you have one. Which, given that this room also has Wizrobes, or an upgraded shield can be useful to deflect their beams. So yeah. Get hit by a bubble, not be able to use your sword, in the process get grabbed by a like and lose your shield. Yeah. Of course, because of rooms like this, I just stopped buying upgraded shields. Because unlike later games, once you lose your upgraded shield to a like, you do not get it back. Even if you kill that like, the only way you'll get your shield back is to buy another one. every time that happens. Eventually, it just got to a point where I said, screw it, I'm not even going to bother buying a new shield. What? Oh, you sneak. Oh shoot, I'm dead. Hey, dang it. Ooh, give me that. Down there is the dungeon item. The wand, which can be useful if you get hit by a bubble and lose your sword ability for those few seconds. Hint on how to find the entrance to level 7. Oh shoot, by the way, sorry I kind of fail as a walkthrough. Should have pointed out that for this dungeon you will need not only the bow from level 1, but to have purchased the arrows from a shop in the overworld. You're going to need arrows to defeat the boss of this dungeon. Oops, I goofed. Should have mentioned that earlier. Oh, you dirty rat. Secret passage, underground tunnel. Damn, Bubbles. Ow. Aim at the eyes of Goma. Well, if you actually hit him. Okay, way to make this ridiculously easy boss battle a little more annoying. Alright, 6 levels down. 2 to go. Well, 2 to go to get to level 9. Now, in the first part of this playthrough, I mentioned this. And now since I'm about to go to level 7, time to get this. I mean, again, you could get this at any time, but no. The hint from the old guy in level 6 said there are secrets where fairies don't live. This looks like a fairy fountain pond, but there's no fairy here. So once you have the flute from level 5, level 7. So yeah, this is one of the restrictions to the open world of this game. The fact that you can't even get into this dungeon until you've been to level 5 and got the flute, whistle, ocarina, recorder, whatever. So it's not truly 100% open world, but a lot closer than most of the games of the time. And that's it for the bomb bag upgrades for this game. Okay. Don't have to kill this one. Can if you want to, but this room. Grumble, grumble. On my first playthrough, much to my embarrassment nowadays, I didn't get the reference here. I just saw this guy as an obstacle I had to get rid of to get to the door up above. I tried bombs, I tried sword, I tried candle, wand, boomerang. Nothing worked. I'm like, why can't I get through this? Leave the room for a while thinking maybe that door up there is just another way out from up there. After what was much longer than it should have been in the first place, I finally get the idea. Oh, it's his stomach grumbling. He's hungry. Yeah. Then comes that feeling of being kind of dumb, basically, put for not realizing that sooner. Oh well. By the way, yeah, this dungeon has a lot easier enemies. Just Garayas, who by now shouldn't be all that difficult unless you're doing a 3 hard playthrough or a swordless playthrough. I think they did that intentionally, just a little bit of a breather after the whiz robes of level 6 and the enemies yet to come in level 8. Just a little bit of an easy dungeon in between. At least that's the way I look at it anyways. I mean, I don't know, that might not be what they were intending, but... By the way, one thing that's always bugged me about this game is the item you get here, the red candle. Of course, the blue candle you buy in the shop for 60 bucks can only be used once per screen. After that, you'll have to leave the screen and go back to use it a second time. Whereas the red candle, infinite use. But what bugs me about it is that it's in level 7. I mean, yes, you can go through the dungeons in different order, but because of the fact that you need the flute from level 5, guarded by blue dark nuts, you're probably not going to get this far too early in the game. So why not have the red candle in the earlier dungeons where it could still be a little more useful? Kind of like the cycle, the master cycle in Breath of the Wild. By the time you can get it, if you have the DLC, you're pretty much done with the game. You really don't have a whole lot left. Would have been a lot more useful if you could get it earlier in the game. Okay, this time we do have to fight him since he locked the door out of the room. He splits into 3 here. Of course, there is a glitchy, secret, cheaty kind of method of beating him. When they split into 3 like that, defeat one of the smaller ones, leave the room, go back in again, and the other 2 will have been defeated too. Now, looking at the map, what looked shaped like a large face, this being kind of the nose. I mean, there's the eye, the tip of the nose. And the reason I mention that is because in the bottom left, bottom right corner of area of the dungeon, somewhere the old guy with his hint says something about there's a secret in the tip of the nose, referring to this room. The fact that there's a secret here. For this, it would probably be a good idea to have the wand from level 6, since the trick here is to lure out the wall masters and kill them once you do. But yeah, that happens and you can't use your sword for the moment. Anyways, once all the wall masters are, once no more appear after touching the wall, meaning you killed them all, push that over. There's your secret the old guy was talking about. Come here. Now, like I said in the first video, I love this game, but there's no way anybody could ever say that it will ever be known for its epic boss battles. Take the boss just to the right of here. I mean, we're in level 7. If, like me, you're going through the game in chronological order, 1 through 8, you're almost, you're into the final quarter of the game. Under normal gaming circumstances, you'd expect to have a little more difficult of a boss battle here. But, well, if you're looking for challenging boss battles, Gleeok potentially aside, yeah. Aquamentus. I mean, in level 1, if you went right to the first dungeon without getting any of the extra power-ups, extra items, Aquamentus here could have been a little bit of a challenge at that point in the game. But now, please. Why is he a dungeon boss this late into the game? I'll never know, but Okay. Stop by and get another blue potion. On the way to level 8. His level 7 again had easier enemies, even an easier boss. Level 8 on the other hand, the enemies won't be as easy, and the boss is arguably one of the stronger bosses in the entire game, if not the hardest boss of the game. So, unless you're really good at the game or don't mind a good challenge, it would probably be a good idea to have a red potion for level 8. Switch to candle. In this spot here. Optionally, go over this way. Okay. Dang, Bubbles, go away. No, not you. What are you, falling in love? Quit following me. Down here. The book, which is not entirely useless, but its only function is to make your wand shoot fire. I really don't see the purpose in that. But, I mean, I guess it can be a nice candle substitute to light dark rooms and dungeons with, but dang, I suck today. Well, that helps. Put something else up there so I don't end up wasting my last potion use. Now for this room, if you're just going through to the dungeon boss, then you want to kill the last remaining, well for me, last remaining dark nut to open the door to the right. But if like me you're going up to the rooms above to get the other dungeon item here, it might be a good idea to leave that one be for now. A blue Goma takes 3 hits. Now call me crazy, but I think this should have been the boss of level 6 since he's stronger. Why are we having the mini boss later in the dungeon be stronger than... Doesn't make much sense. Of course, having an upgraded shield could be useful here, not for Goma itself, but for these statues in the corners. Oh, yeah, I suck today, I tell you. Finally. Wait a minute, why did I go up here? There's nothing up here. Well, give me that. Paul's voice, huh? Ooh. Give me that. Oh, can't get it. Damn it. There, I got it. The magic key opens any or all remaining locked doors. Too bad they didn't give you this item in any later Zelda game other than Zelda 2. After that, this item disappears into obscurity, never to be seen again. And now, if I had defeated all the darkness in this room, they'd now be back again. But since I left one of them alive... Of course, that works anywhere, not just this room. Enemies will only respawn if you kill all of them on that screen. Otherwise, no. Out of my way, dudes. Coming through. Oh, wow, that's a lot of... Pole's voice. Of course, since I now have the magic key, I don't need that one over there. So, up here, the dungeon boss. 4-headed Gleeok. And that's all 8 pieces of the Triforce. Now go, well, technically you could have went to level 9 earlier, but without all 8 Triforce pieces, you wouldn't have gotten beyond the 2nd or 3rd room of the dungeon. Right, now all I really need is another blue potion. Since I am about to head into the final dungeon of the game. And with the way I've been playing today, yeah. Okay, need 10 more rupees. I don't think there's any more of the secret rupee hideouts left. I think I've cleared them all out. At least all the ones I'm thinking of, that I'm aware of, that I can remember. I mean, I know if this was the second quest, could play my whistle, recorder, flute, whatever, here. A stairway would appear where I think you could get 10 rupees. But that's only second quest. I mean, heck, for that matter, on this screen, in the second quest, play the whistle, and you get a heart container. Well, there's a stairway leading down to where you get the heart container. But again, that's only second quest. Where's a good spot to grind for some more rupees? Still need 10 more. Okay. That's just another one of those fast travel shortcut overworld warps. Alright. Now for level 9. Stupid P-hat, get out of my way. That goes for you too, Lever. And again, what is it with Zelda games and rocks falling on my head? Now, this is the screen I was hinting at earlier back in level 5. Others is rocks in the formation of an arrow pointing west or left in the general direction of level 9, which some fans have taken that hint about there's secret power said to be in the arrow back in level 5, the hint there, to be implying this. Personally, I doubt that, but I think he was talking about Pole's voice and how they can be killed with arrows. But anyways, yeah, that's the screen I was talking about. Different dungeon music for the final dungeon of the game. In this room, if you haven't been through all of the previous 8 dungeons and got the complete Triforce, like you see there in the middle of the screen, if you don't have the completed Triforce, there'll be the old guy here with his broken English dialogue once who does not have the Triforce, can't enter or something to that effect, meaning you can't go beyond this room. Now, you could just loop all around going through all the open doors, but eventually you'd end up back here anyways. you're intended to open up this and see this. Of course, there's that. They really wanted to make sure you eventually found your way into this room, as this is larger than any other dungeon in the game. Heck, it's larger than most of the dungeons of the game combined. But a good majority of it, sadly, is unneeded rooms that you'll never need to go through for any reason. So while it is the largest dungeon, most of it is... I mean, later in the dungeon, there will be a point where if you go the wrong way, you'll end up having to backtrack and you'll end up back at this room here. You have to retrace your steps to get back to that room again. Patra, an enemy exclusive to level 9. Damn, Bubbles. How I hate thee. I'll go away, Petra. I'll fight you in a minute. First things first. Ow. First things first, get killed by Wizrobes. Why not? Who doesn't want to get blasted by Wizrobe beams? And die from them. And now, again, put something else up there in the B button spot so I don't end up wasting my last potion. Now with all the enemies defeated... Oh, wait a minute, that's the next... Oh, bro. Ah, crud. I just wasted my time in this... Yeah, I did. Dang it! I'm an idiot. Well, anybody watching this can get a good laugh at my forgetfulness. Wasted time defeating the Wizrobes in a room I didn't even have to do so in. This is what I was... The red ring. Half damage on top of the half damage you already had from the blue tunic. Again, using the swords that Lionel throw at you as an example. Normally at the start of the game they do 2 hearts of damage. With the blue tunic it's 1. Now it'd only be a half a heart. So, very useful upgrade. Not required by any stretch, but definitely helpful, especially with me with the way I've been playing today. And now as for Patra here, of course, there's a variant of this enemy as the boss of what, level 4 I think it was in Oracle of Ages, where you use your switch hook to pull the thing out, kill them that way instead. I think that's meant to be like a variation on this enemy. And as I was saying, this dungeon is huge, bigger than a lot of the other dungeons combined. But a good majority of it is rooms you'll never have to go through, unless you're one of those gamers that has a compulsion to map out the entire dungeon. Ah, get out of my way, Patra. Go to the next room. No kidding, dude. I didn't think I was going to stay here. Underground tunnels. Yeah, this dungeon is a maze of underground passageway tunnels. So much so that on my first playthrough, I actually had to draw a hand-drawn map showing where each of the underground tunnels starts from and ends up at. And then memorize that thing to find my way through this dungeon. First time through. Okay. This time I have to fight the Patra here as I need to use that stairway to get to the other dungeon item. One that you will need, unlike the red ring, which is nice to have but not required. So, come here. Don't need that key since I have the master magic key. Which in and of itself, by the way, is also optional. You don't necessarily need that. Nice to have, but at least in the first quest anyway, there's enough keys throughout the game that you really won't need the upgraded one. The infinite magic key. Dang it. Oh, you stupid. Why have bubbles in rooms with... Oh, you sadistic bait. Sadistic bastard. Why have bubbles in rooms with whiz robes? Wouldn't be so bad if the wand worked on them, but no. Wand will kill any other enemy but these things. Anyways. Well, almost all of the other enemies. Silver arrows. In later games it was changed to light arrows, but yeah. You need these to defeat Ganon. Otherwise, you make it to Ganon's room without these, and you just walked into a boss battle you cannot win. Ugh. Ooh, that helps. Stopwatch. Alright, now. Could fight all the likes here to open the door to the left. Or just go up this way. Either way will work. Now, you do not want to go through that door on the top of the screen, or you'll be locked up there and you'll have to loop your way back around and backtrack to get back to this room again. Video game design booby trap. Oh, there's an open door up there. Let's go that way. No, let's not. Let's go this way instead. And more whiz robes. At least with the red ring, they ain't quite as bad. Well, if you don't goof it up like I am. Yeah. Get out of my way. And that's the last of the whiz robes. No lucky fairy drops. Dang. Yep, I'm out of potion. One more Patra that you do have to fight to open the door above. And now for the final boss of the game, Ganon. Who looks like a giant pig boar enemy. But anyways, disappears. Hit him a couple more times if you can. I don't know if there's any pattern he follows or if it's just random. Never have figured that out. I just go around doing that until he turns that color. Then once he does, hit him with the silver arrow and he's toast. And that's it. End of the game. Thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to video game endings in these days. Wasn't until later in the 80s and early into the 90s that video game endings started to get a little more elaborate. But anyway, there it was, the first Zelda game in the the start of the series. Another quest will start from here. Note that Link is now holding a sword in that pixel sprite there, indicating second quest. Or as you also see there, if you enter your name as Zelda, you can instantly go to the second quest, bypassing the first one. Too bad they didn't have that option in the 3DS Ocarina of Time, where you can just enter, at least I don't think they do, enter a different name and bypass the normal game and go right to Master Quest. But anyways, yeah, that's all for this video, and all for this playthrough for that matter. Thanks for watching, and see you in whatever game I do next. I haven't decided that one yet. Bye. Thanks for watching.